Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and as I record this, it is the morning after UFC 144, and Joe Lozon lost. If you guys didn't see the fight at all, this is kind of how it went down. He came out, his hands looked really sharp. I felt like he was getting probably the better of the stand-up for about 60 seconds or so, but it was close, right? You know, Joe was stalking him down. He was kind of having octagon control, just one of the things they used to judge a fight. And he was staying in the middle and just kind of, going, throwing some quick punches, and things were going his way. And then it's funny, in Japan, the fights are really quiet. Like, they don't sit there and scream the entire time. And you can hear Joe's corner yell, "Get your hands up!" And just as that, instruction was given out, Anthony Pettis threw a high kick, and it caught Joe right here, kind of like to the neck, jaw area. And Joe got knocked down. And while he was on the ground, you can see that he was sort of like intelligently defending for a second. If you don't know, when you're on the ground and somebody's pounding on you, the worst thing to do is to sort of look sideways and just continue to get pounded. The right thing to do is to look right at him, which is hard to do, and get your hands up and try and defend yourself and improve your position, because he's sitting on top of you, punching you. And Joe looked like he was getting set up to do it. As a matter of fact, I was taking pictures the whole time. I have this still shot of him, responding intelligently, I thought, to the kick, looking straight at him and doing his thing. But then Anthony came and he rained down some punches, which is like the appropriate thing to do. That's how MMA works. And after the first punch, Joe was done for, and that's how the fight went. Afterwards, Joe went to the back room, and if you've never been knocked out before, it takes a little bit to regain your senses, and so he went through that process, and then he went back to the hotel with the first, like, a bunch of guys fought before him on the prelim cards, and those guys all took a UFC bus back to the hotel. He hopped on the internet and posted on some of his favorite forums. Stand-up guy, right? I really like Joe, and what he had to say was something along the lines of, like, hey, good fight, Anthony. He caught me with a clean kick. I'll come back stronger, or something close to that, which to me is sort of the core of who he is, right? Like, you're not defined by how well you handle wins. On that note, I do want to sort of tip my hat to Anthony Pettis. I saw him interviewed afterwards, and he was like, "Man, we've been working on my ground game. We really thought it was going to go there. I didn't expect to win with a high kick. Joe's a tough fighter. He's a good guy." And he was a pretty gracious winner. And Anthony Showtime Pettis, he's kind of a proud guy. Like, I want to say it nicely. He's just a guy who's happy about his success a lot, and he's kind of changed his mindset to thinking that as he entered this fight, he was talking about his prep for it, that he was on top of the world. He felt like he couldn't lose, and then he got a loss, and he came into this sort of thinking, like, what, you have to work for it, and he was pretty respectful in a win. So that's cool. I like that about Anthony Pettis. But what I was starting to say was, like, you're not defined by how well you handle victory. You're not defined by your easy days, right? Everybody gets them. Everyone's had their moment where training's paid off and things have gone their way. If not training, then practice or study or something, right? We've all had our good days. But, the real, like, definition of who you are, the real, like, decider of how much success you're going to have is how you respond to your bad days. That's like the core thing that's sort of been burning in my mind lately. If you fail a test and then you come away from that thinking, "I'm not smart, I'm just not good at math, and I'll never be successful," then you're right, you won't be. But if you fail it and you come back and you say, "You know what? I just didn't get this thing. I should have identified that, earlier in the study process and nailed that." If you miss something in an athletic competition and you say, "You know what? This has shown me something that I can do better," then you will do better. Then you will be that super guy that you aspire to be. And we'll wait and see. My prediction is that Joe cleans up this one hole that seemed to be exploited in his game. That they could, all right, we need more guys who have, like, a wider range of strikes in camp, and that way, next time somebody throws a high kick, it'll be something I've seen 1,500 times before, and we'll be set. And you know, I've had my good days and my bad days, and like the thing that determines whether or not you're going to be ahead of the game in the long run is you know, how you respond from your bad days, how you bounce back, what kind of punch you can take. And you know, it's not about, you know, the celebration dance on your best days. You know, I'm more impressed by guys that don't dance. It's about the guys who keep their chin up after their bad days and respond and come back and be somebody better. So I guess that's today's vlog. We have a couple more days here in the UFC. I think we're going to go sightseeing, maybe rub a 50-foot Buddha's belly, maybe get some good food, maybe just walk around Tokyo. I'm not quite sure. But I think we have 2 full days and then the flight day itself. So we're going to spend the next 2 days enjoying Japan, sightseeing, doing our thing. Joe's good. For those that like, I know he got a ton of texts and stuff saying, you know, are you okay? How did you recover? He's good. You know, it takes a couple minutes to recover from the knockout. And, you know, he's just Joe again, you know, just like he was before the fight. He's a happy guy. He's energetic, and he's eating like a fat kid. So, so there you have it. That's, you know, that's where we are. So I'm gonna probably put this video up and then kick off some sightseeing in Japan. Maybe I'll get some pictures or video or something and share it with you guys. I'd love to do that, so to keep you guys in the loop. And then on the 29th, I fly home. So so that'll be a cool thing because of the way the time zone works. I fly home on the 29th and I arrive on the 29th as well. And then maybe we can get some live stream going. I miss playing with you guys. It's a good time. So that's today's vlog. I hope that you liked it and have a good day.